What is going on, everybody? This is your boy Juggernaut 097, and I am back with another WWE Royal Rumble Retro Pay-Per-View review. And on this episode that we are reviewing today is Royal Rumble 1989. So we go all the way back to January 15th, 1989. The show was from Houston, Texas. It was held at the Summit. And the attendance for the show was 19,000. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get started with this pay-per-view review. And also on commentary for the show, we had Gorilla Monsoon and Jesse the Body Ventura on commentary. So, the first match that opened up the show was and also this was the first time that they did the Royal Rumble on pay-per-view. Because the year prior they had it as a television special, that's on TV on the USA Network. So this year they put it on pay-per-view. So if the people that enjoyed it the year prior enjoyed the Rumble match the year prior, they got to see it on pay-per-view. They had to pay for the pay-per-view. So yeah, this is the first time it was ever on pay-per-view. So the first match that kicked off the show was a 2 out of 3 falls tag team match. We had Jim Duggan and the Hart Foundation, Bret Hart and Jim Neidhart going up against Dino Bravo and the Fabulous Rougeaus, which is Jacques and Raymond Rougeau. This was an okay tag team match. I mean, nothing too crazy. I mean, there's some good points in the match, some points where it was just too slow. I mean, there were some points where some wrestlers didn't mesh very well together. Like it was okay for what it was. I mean, the crowd was so behind Jim Duggan and the Hart Foundation. I mean, the crowd was chanting USA, USA for Jim Duggan. And then even when Bret Hart got in the ring, they were chanting USA. And then Jesse the Body Ventura goes like, "Wait, why are they chanting USA? He's from Calgary, Canada." So I thought that was very interesting there. But I like the way the Fabulous Rougeaus got the first fall. They ended up doing like a seated senton, or like a flipping senton, or it was something like that off the top rope. To put him, I think it was Bret Hart maybe. And then Bret Hart or the Hart Foundation and Jim Neidhart ended up getting the next 2 falls. I don't remember how the second fall happened, but I remember how the third fall. It was Jim Duggan. He brought his 2x4 in, and then while the referee was distracted, hit one of the Fabulous Rougeaus and hit him on the back, and then Bret Hart got the pin 1, 2, 3. So the winners of the match were Jim Duggan and the Hart Foundation. Like I said, okay match, nothing crazy about it, like nothing to blow you out of the water for like an opening match. But hey, I mean it was okay. And then the next match we had was the WWF Women's Championship match. We had Rockin Robin going up against Judy Martin. Yeah, this match was not that good at all. I mean, it was very disappointing, to say the least. I mean, I really don't remember a whole lot that happened in this match. Like, that's how disappointing this match was. I know that Rockin Robin ended up getting the victory here, but it's like, the women, back at this time were nowhere where they were supposed to be at and stuff, and if someone, would have said, back at this time, maybe like a little under 30 years, that there would be a women's Rumble match, people would have looked at you sideways, like, "What? No, there isn't." Or people would have laughed at you, see where the women's division is at now, compared to what it was like in the late 80s or early 90s. So, yeah, but I mean, Rockin Robin won, and these girls, like, were never, like, really part head of the women's division. It was more like Fabulous Moolah and like these girls were kind of like, yeah, no one really knew about them a whole lot, which I wasn't born during this time era, but yeah, I wasn't really familiar with Rockin Robin and Judy Martin though. And it was a really short match as well, like, so very Very quick match. And also they had like a body posing thing between I think Dino Bravo and the Ultimate Warrior. Yeah, it was this. That's a very skippable segment. It just went on way too long. I mean, I understand why they did it, because they needed something to do for like the segments and stuff. But it just went on way too long. I was not a fan of it. Very nauseating. It was terrible to watch. I basically kind of skipped over it. Which I shouldn't even talked about the segment on my show, but who cares? And also, one thing I liked that they did this year is they showed the like spinning, like where you get the balls out, where you get pick your number for the Rumble. So I really like that they were doing that this year. And they were doing like backstage interviews like of people that were going to be in the Royal Rumble, and they were saying why they're going to win. So I like what they did this year for the Rumble. And you kind of saw them opening the ball to see what number they got, what position they'll be entering the Royal Rumble. And Ted DiBiase, the way he is, he tried to he tried to bribe himself, because like he hated the spot that he got, and like he goes like, "Hey, what number did you get?" He was asking a lot of guys, "What number did you get?" So he was bribing his way to get a better number. So yeah, so I like that. I like that they did that throughout the night. That was pretty cool. Yeah. And then the next match we had was a singles match for the King of the Ring crown and cape. We had Haku going up against King Harley Race. This was a solid match for what it was. Really short match. Nothing too crazy, but like I like what Haku was doing in this match a lot. He was doing a lot of nice kicks in this match. It didn't seem like your typical WWF like match at this time. During this time and stuff, it was nice. It seems like something you see more like an NWA or something that somewhere else. And King Harley Race, it was nice what he did at the beginning of the match to Haku, how he like tipped over the chair that they were carrying Haku on. But yeah, I mean it was an okay match, and I like I like the kicks that Haku was doing, the chops and different moves that he was doing. It was cool. But Haku ended up winning, and Bobby the Brain Heenan ended up kind of siding with whoever was going to win this match. He liked both guys, but whoever was going to win this match, he was going to side with, and he sided with Bobby the Brain Heenan, sided with Haku. And then now we go on to the main event match, which I'm happy this was the main event of this year's for this year's Rumble, because the prior year they didn't put that as the main event, which this is definitely a step up from the year prior. Like they definitely had more things managed well, and this Rumble went an hour and 4 minutes and 53 seconds. So this Rumble's kind of split in like 3 different parts. So like you got Andre the Giant, you got the Hulk Hogan stuff, and you got like you got Hogan, and you got Macho Man Randy Savage. Those were like some of the 3 guys that, like 3 big names that were probably going to like win the match. But of course, this was the year that Big John Studd won the match, which we'll talk about Big John Studd here in a little bit. But yeah, the first 2 people we had come out, we had Axe and Smash, 2 tag team partners of Demolition, and it was nice seeing them go at each other. And then we had Andre the Giant. He was number 3. He was dominant for a while. Like people were, every time somebody got in the ring, they were trying to eliminate Andre the Giant. He had 3 eliminations in his match. Number 4 was Mr. Perfect. Let's see. Yeah, number 4 was Mr. Perfect. And then number 5 was Ronnie Garvin. Number 6 was Greg Valentine. Number 7, Jake Roberts. So, he has a beef going with Andre the Giant and stuff. So basically, Jake Roberts, he got eliminated by Andre the Giant in the match. And then later on in the night, he came back out with Damien, which is Jake the Snake Roberts' snake. And Andre the Giant, he basically eliminated himself due to like Damien getting, the Snake being in the ring. So that continued Andre the Giant and Jake Roberts' feud. So continued their feud into WrestleMania. Number 8 was Ron Bass. He didn't do a whole lot in this match. Shawn Michaels, he was looking pretty good. Who did Michaels get eliminated? Michaels got eliminated by Arn Anderson and Randy Savage, which I was watching somebody else's review of the 1989 Rumble, and I definitely agree with this. I wish we would have saw more of like Michaels and Macho Man Randy Savage, because I think those two guys would have been put on a great classic match if we could have got more of Shawn Michaels and Macho Man Randy Savage. Number 10 was Bushwhacker Butch. We had the Honky Tonk Man in here. Give me 1 second here. Yes, so number 11 was Honky Tonk Man. He was doing okay in this match. And then number 12, we had Tito Santana and Gorilla Monsoon. And Gorilla Monsoon was going like, oh man, he could be a person who wins this Rumble. He could be a dark horse. And he was doing pretty good in this match. But he also got eliminated by Randy Savage and Arn Anderson as well. Randy Savage and Arn Anderson, they were cleaning house a lot throughout the match. And then let's skip to number 18. So Hulk Hogan comes out, he starts wrecking house, starts eliminating people left and right. He eliminates Arn Anderson and he eliminates Arn Anderson and Randy Savage together and stuff, clotheslines both of them over the top rope. And then who else got eliminated by him? Who else did Hogan eliminate? Hogan was eliminating quite a bit of people. I'm trying to remember all the people. He eliminated 10 eliminations. So he eliminated Bad News Brown, which Bad News Brown and Macho Man Randy Savage were going at it quite a bit. Oh yeah, here's what happened. So Hulk Hogan got rid of Bad News Brown and Macho Man Randy Savage together. And then Macho Man, he was upset. He got back in the ring, got in right in Hogan's face. And, they kind of stared down and stuff. Miss Elizabeth got in the ring. And they kind of did, she tried to separate both Hogan and Macho Man Randy Savage. So they ended up, kind of shaking hands at the end there, after doing a little stare down. It looks like they were going to start fighting each other and stuff. But, this kind of helped build their feud that they're going to have at WrestleMania with each other. Macho Man and Macho Man and Hulk Hogan at Mania. So, that was a nice little wrinkle into this match here. Hogan, he went on this big tear and stuff. And then we had Akeem and the Big Boss Man. They ended up eliminating Hulk Hogan in this match. Let's see, what else is... Oh yeah, Hogan. Yeah, he got rid of the Warlord, which... The Warlord, he had that, he lasted in the Rumble for 2 seconds. Which that was, at this time, that was the shortest anybody has lasted in the Royal Rumble. Until it was broken in 2009 by Santino Marella when he got eliminated by Kane. So I thought that was very interesting here, seeing a Warlord get eliminated. There are some superstars, that just try to get in the Rumble just to get eliminated. Like the Bushwhackers, you see them go over top rope and then you see them marching backstage. It's hilarious. And then, so now, number 27 was Big John Studd. He, pretty big dude. He was eliminating people left and right and stuff. He actually got 2 eliminations here. Big John Studd eliminated Rick Martel in the match. Who else did he eliminate? He came down to Big John Studd and Ted DiBiase, which Ted DiBiase ended up being number 30 in the match, and Big John Studd eliminated Ted DiBiase. I thought Big John Studd got an elimination. I thought he eliminated I thought it was Akeem. Who was it? Let me check really quick. I'm gonna go check my notes. I don't think I wrote it down. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. I don't remember who was eliminated by. Oh yeah, Hercules. Sorry, Hercules eliminated Akeem, which he was a pretty big dude. But then Ted DiBiase and the Barbarian ended up eliminating Hercules. But yeah, Big John Studd. He ended up winning the match, being the first ever person to win the Rumble on a pay-per-view. Like the year prior was Hacksaw Jim Duggan. He was the first person to win it on free television. But this was the first person to win it on pay-per-view and stuff. Which this is a person, the person, Big John Studd is a kind of Rumble that's kind of forgotten about, or a winner that's kind of forgotten about, because he never really had a long term in WWF. His career didn't really go anywhere, because I think he ended up refereeing the match between Jake the Snake Roberts and Andre the Giant at WrestleMania. So, and at this time, like I said in my last Rumble review, during this time you didn't have the big stakes that there is now, where the winner gets a match at WrestleMania, and so Big John Studd didn't really get that. And I think he was like one of the oldest Rumble winners as well. And also, I think he passed away in 1995, at the age of 47, which is, rest in peace, Big John Studd. Gone but never forgotten. So Big John Studd won the match. Like I said, he didn't really last long in WWF. He eventually, I think he went to NWA at one point and lasted the rest of his career there. And then, of course, he had his death in 95. And then in 2004, they put him in the Hall of Fame, which, was 11 years after, which is very unfortunate. He was already dead and gone, long forgotten and stuff. But like I said, dead but never forgotten. But yeah, it was cool seeing him win. I understood with a booking decision, with Vince McMahon saying, hey, let's have someone win, at one of these later numbers, because the year prior was lucky number 13. And then later this year we had somebody, hey, if you can, if you can be one of the persons towards the end, you can have a good chance of winning the match. Which Big John Studd, he's a big guy, coming in at 6'10" and stuff, so he's a pretty big dude, and it's gonna be hard to get him over the top rope. So yeah, it was good that Big John Studd won. I think that there's been 3 people to win at the number 27 spot. And I think there's, how many people won at 30? I think there's 3 people who won at 30. Or maybe 4. I can't exactly remember. But yeah, Big John Studd won this Royal Rumble match here. I think it was definitely a solid Royal Rumble pay-per-view. The ending's not anything too crazy, but hey, it's better than some Royal Rumble pay-per-views. This definitely holds up, to everything it's supposed to be, in my opinion. It's good. It's a pretty good Rumble. The sound quality was good. The timer thing was good. The clock that counts everything down. And, it was definitely a step up from the year prior. They were starting to get their eggs in line, it was, like I said, it was 1993. That's when they started doing, having the winner get a championship match at Mania to headline WrestleMania. But yeah, that was my Royal Rumble 1989 review. Also, if this is your first time ever checking out my channel, hit that subscribe button. Also, don't forget to share the video as well. Share it to all your friends, wrestling buddies, your mom, your dad, your uncle, your sister, your brother. Anybody, share the video, because the more shares it gets, the more people are going to notice my channel and stuff. So do that, and also like the video, because the more you like the video, the more my video is going to be in the algorithm. So definitely like the video, and also go down in the comments below. Tell me if you watch this for Royal Rumble pay-per-view, and also let me know what other videos you guys want to see coming up in the future here. Also, don't forget to turn on my notification bell to be notified every time I make a new video. And some videos that are coming up this weekend are, so I'm going to be doing my Rumble pay-per-view review for 2023, which I'm excited. Tomorrow's the Rumble 2023, which I might have a couple more Rumble pay-per-views to review. We'll see. We'll see what if I get around to doing them. Maybe one more. Maybe I might throw one up tomorrow. The 1990 review of the 1990 episode of the Rumble. Might do that one. But yeah, this is your boy Juggernaut saying peace out, and I will catch you guys in my next video whenever that may be.